Welcome in, everybody, to part 3 of Where Have All the Five Stripes Gone 2025 edition. And now we are on to my list. We've got everybody back miraculously again for a third time.
I don't know. How are we doing this?
And Jennifer's back stateside now.
It's the harmonic convergence of the universe. It only happens once a Hanukkah.
This is my harmonic.
It's a Hanukkah miracle. It's a Festivus. When's Festivus? When is that?
The 23rd of December is officially Festivus.
Anytime that you want
I was just fucking around. It has an actual date.
Anytime. Festivus is in your heart.
Okay.
All year round.
We celebrate
Whenever you want to hold the poll and share your grievances, that is when
we
Festivus
did that
is
once.
in the
It was
air.
really funny. And
in our hearts, like all our former players, especially one Tito Villalba. I'm going to start with him.
Oh,
and he always will be.
Oh God, Tito's better than the sex I had last night.
Damn.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Everybody else is jealous now. Thanks. And hot and bothered probably too, Jen. Thanks.
Lord.
Jeez,
Were you thinking of
crazy.
Tito?
I'm
Don't
not-
answer that. So anyhow, after his time here.
Well, wait.
Yeah.
Just to be clear here,
Okay.
no one had better sex last night than Nick because Nick got engaged
He
yesterday.
did. Oh yes, let's congratulations to Nick, and he graduated all in the same weekend. Did you plan this?
I hope so.
I didn't really know when graduation was going to be. I had like a 3-day window, and so I planned the engagement for the Sunday after the Thursday, Friday, Saturday window. But it was just going to be what it is. December's a busy time of year, and we were ready. And we're going to California because I'm in the Tournament of Roses parade this year. So we're going to California.
Hey,
after
that's
Christmas.
awesome.
That is the
Very
coolest
cool.
thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty
I'm
awesome.
I'm in the band directors marching band because I teach music. So
Band directors
I'm in a
band.
national band that goes. We went to Macy's 2-3 years ago, and now we're doing Roses this time.
Are you
That
like marching
is
with an instrument in a parade or something?
I'm marching my clarinet.
The ultimate.
Clarinet.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the ultimate. This one time at band camp story. The story.
All right, we're going to need you to post photos of your uniform and all the details, Nick.
Wait,
This
do
is
you have to
absolutely
go around?
necessary.
Sure.
Also, I would like to say that I am just impressed that we have not one but two of you that have this Rose Bowl or fancy bowl experience, right? Or no, yours was in the Macy's Day Parade.
Macy's Day
Jen.
Parade.
Yeah,
Look at you guys. You're a
Three
bunch of parade
Three times.
people. All right, we're going to get into
I was in a
Tito.
parade in Salem, Ohio.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Congratulations.
The silence was deafening.
I left Ohio as soon as I was legally able to. Fuck that state. Anyhow, back to Tito. So after his time here, he spent 4 years at Libertad in Paraguay. Club did pretty well while he was there. He played in 136 matches, so he featured a lot. Scored 29 goals. Sounds very
Nice.
Tito-ish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's currently at Club Atlético Peñarol in Uruguay. I'm murdering that pronunciation. And guess who else is there with him? Jennifer's favorite, Shimetti. Shimetti is there.
Shimetti!
That's right.
He's on my list.
His contract is set to expire, though, at the end of this year. No, don't get your hopes up. It's not happening, right?
No, it didn't happen.
Just as
The
much
other
as
one.
Joseph isn't happening, apparently.
No, he signed.
Yeah, he's
He
with
signed
you.
with somebody.
Tijuana, somewhere in
Yeah.
Tijuana. So, anyhow, next up, right?
Wait,
like-
I just because
Yeah.
it's the only time I'll get to do it. I need to do
Sure.
the Tito song. Tito
Yes.
Villalba, our favorite Argentine, Tito Villalba, just under 29. Tito Villalba, we love it when you score goals.
I missed that one. That was always a good one.
Close enough.
That was always a good one.
Close enough.
Oh,
He
hold
is
on, and I
much
gotta get my
older
thing.
now,
Hold
so
on.
I like how you edited it. 'Cause
I
when it
did.
started, he was
23.
it was a 23.
Yes. I've
So-
added time for all of this, but
Well done.
there go the greatest thighs.
Aw.
And
Oh,
Yep.
man. Ryan.
Yeah.
Boy, that goal he hit against Orlando, that's stuff of legends, man.
you know, that was my first ever Atlanta United match. The
Mhm.
last
Really?
one, God, that was
That was
my
a good
first-
one.
Yeah.
You picked
I
remember that.
you picked a banger.
Yeah.
Damn.
I fell off
good
the
choice.
bleachers when he scored that goal.
You're still alive?
Oh, man.
I don't know. I think I just fell into a mass of people. They caught me and kind of pushed me back up.
Oh, so it was
Very
soft and
awesome.
crispy. Okay, there we go.
All right, moving on.
right.
So just a slight tier below Tito. There's Tito, and then there's Alexandros Tabakis, right?
Who?
Huh?
The first
That's why he
pre-corner-
did that because everybody
Could you
has no
say
idea.
could you say that name slower?
Alexandros
Okay.
Tabakis.
Can you say that name 3 times fast?
No.
Kabahis?
Go Tabakis.
We had
Goalkeeper.
another
The
Greek.
chat?
Yeah,
'Cause I can't
goalkeeper. Very brief stint here in 2017. He moved on to lower division U.S. clubs, USL clubs. From 18 to 20, he played for North Carolina FC in the USL Championship. And since 21, he's been playing for New Mexico United. Still there. Stats aren't bad. Save percentage for 2025 was 67.1. Maybe we call
Is that
it.
good? I think that's good.
6 clean sheets. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's actually on average, kind of where a keeper needs to be starting. I realize lower level down. I'm not really suggesting he comes here. But yeah, he didn't have much time here. But we're going over everybody, right? All right.
Yeah.
Next up, can't remember whose favorite player it is. I think it might be Cat's. Stop me if I'm wrong. Kubo Torres.
Oh, Kubo. Kubo Torres.
Wait. Didn't you mean Kubo with Torres?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
I wanted
That's
to
exactly
say it,
what
but I
did.
was like, nope, Jen needs to
So,
say it. We've
it-
argued so often about Kubo with Torres.
Hey, at least
It
he
will,
started
remember
on
those
the one
arguments
time in
well.
Columbus. That
The-
was pretty legendary.
The best guy, if you need a ball in the corner that you just need to kill a game, call Kubo. If you need a goal when it matters, do not call Kubo.
That sounds like a really great low rent cable TV commercial. Like, if you need a ball.
You know what though? We argued so much because I genuinely really liked him. I thought he worked really hard. I thought that he cared about the team. He played for the badge. I never questioned his work effort. It just never seemed to quite come together, like genuinely.
Oh,
And so
there
that's
was
why I
no-
was
there was
like,
nothing,
it's kind of harsh to call him
seemed
with,
about it.
like,
It just didn't.
I have a
But
it just didn't work out.
It will surprise
Or-
nobody to
No.
know that he
did
hasn't
not-
done much
No.
since. He was at Orange County for one season, moved to Las Vegas Lights for a few months, then to a club called, Jen, help me out, it's in Costa Rica, 80 Guanacostecas.
Yeah.
Costa Rican League, then Herediano, who we're familiar with. We've played them once or twice before. And now he's with Sporting FC, also in Costa Rica. He's scored a few goals there, and he's just kind of kicking around.
I think Sporting FC, if I remember correctly, isn't even Costa Rican Primera Division. I think that's the second
enough.
division
It might be,
in
yeah.
Costa Rica. Yeah. Did he have to? Did he find the back of the net?
He scored a few goals. He's
Okay.
But he's had a really long career. I think he's kind of
Sure.
towards the end of that, I would imagine, even
Yeah.
if he's not.
Yeah, he's coming to the end. I mean,
Right.
he's not going to go up a level from where he's at. This is
No.
So,
So,
but I hope he's
good for
having fun.
him.
It was never
No.
personal. It just
You know what? There are worse places to have to spend your retirement
That's
or,
true.
or
He's
near
fine.
retirement times than Costa Rica.
He was.
Oh,
look,
it is still Primera Division, and
There
they're
you
a
go.
club in San Jose.
Look, the
Interesting.
man's a professional soccer player, which
Yeah,
is
and
more than
look-
I'll
There you
ever
go.
be able
And
to
look,
say.
all joking aside, because I didn't hate I didn't hate the guy, much like I've hated other players that but I hated the fact that he just seemed to not be able to ever accomplish anything, and it was frustrating. We just like anybody else who you want to bring on in a crucial moment, and then nothing ever happens. And it's like, I agree with Amy that he seemed like he was actually a good guy. He worked really hard, but he just didn't have, and please take this with a grain of salt, he just didn't have any value for us. Like, he just never seemed to be able to accomplish anything. And I think that's what I found more frustrating. It was like, why do we keep giving this guy a chance when nothing ever comes of it? And it was just from frustration, honestly.
Sure. And it
didn't
wasn't
seem
nothing.
like-
It just wasn't what we brought him here to do, right?
That's
And, like,
exactly
that was
it.
why
And
it
that
was so
made it that
frustrating.
much more frustrating.
He was
100%.
brought in to replace Joseph when Joseph went down with the knee.
But he was never really supposed to be like.
No, he wasn't a
the
starter. He
replacement.
was just
No, he was
supposed to be a striker.
No,
like,
I was going to say, was
Yeah.
there even another backup striker on the roster that year? Like, I can't.
No,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
he. That's why I say
not
like.
really.
Like, Adam John
I
was the
think
year
that
before
he-
him.
Adam John, yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
no.
John was 2020. I think Torres was 2020 and 21. And I don't know if they just had anybody else with Kubo.
Yeah.
Regardless, I guarantee you, this is the most 5 people have ever talked about Kubo Torres.
probably
I don't
true.
know. Jen and I argued about him a lot, but let's move on.
Glenn and I did too.
Someone that actually was good for us, and we were all sad to see leave, but it's since had pretty good results, except for this past year because he did his ACL. Brandon Vasquez. I think it is Vasquez. I believe that is the pronunciation of it, which
that's how he pronounces
crazy up for me. But he went to Cincy for a while, right? Good 4 years there, key part of their success, and then moved to Monterrey. And the guy Mekis played 50 matches, bagged 14 goals, 1 assist. And now he's with Austin, and he was having a pretty good season. Yeah, 9 goals and assists across 22 matches, but in July he did his ACL, and he's been out since. But he's been active on social media. Looks like he's recovering well. He's already biking around, so that's pretty good considering ACL in July. You're out moving around. That's pretty decent. He's still only 27. Still has a good number of years ahead of him, provided that doesn't happen again or with the other knee, which we all know is more likely to happen. Man, the number of ACLs happening to athletes
across all sports now.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes did his ACL in the NFL this past weekend. Then
the guy from Green Bay. Then the guy from Green Bay did his knee.
Don't forget Acuna's done both of his too. If we're talking about the Atlanta connection with that,
Sam Kerr, Chelsea, like it's everywhere. Gender, it knows no bounds. I don't know what's going on.
It is actually more prevalent in women.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, I've done mine.
And there needs to be studying about that.
Yeah,
there hasn't been enough research.
That's actually one of the things the foundation for our new upcoming NWSL team and the foundation grant, starter grant that Arthur Blank has provided for that is going to set up. They are going to study the sports science of why certain injuries are more prevalent in the women's game and work on prevention and better training methodology to try to prevent those injuries because the ACL in particular is more prevalent in the women's game.
All right.
So I was just going to say that Brandon also had some good showings with the men's national team. So I'll be excited to see him back, hopefully in the pool when he's.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to feature in time for World Cup.
You never know.
I don't know. Tyler Adams just went down with an MCL, so that's going to open up an opportunity for somebody.
Poor Tyler Adams, dude. That breaks my heart. All right, moving on. Speaking of breaking your heart, Anton Walks. I don't think we need to say a whole lot about that. We all know what happened there. Tragic as hell.
He was our Diogo Jota, in that year.
For real. I mean, a leader in every sense of the word. And look,
he was becoming captain material.
It's silly to go down this road, but
true.
I hated that we traded him to Charlotte, and
we didn't trade him, Glenn.
It was the expansion draft.
You know what I mean.
I will never not be pissed at the club for protecting Mateus over him.
Right. We didn't protect him, and from time to time, I can't help but think what happens.
What could have been?
But I mean, you can't go down that road. You just can't. It's a
we can't do that. We can't do that to ourselves.
No.
It's not.
I will say that something nice has come out of that tragedy in the spirit that's carried on with the supporters always coming together to do something between us and Charlotte.
Yeah,
and so that's a nice.
Yeah, shout out to Charlotte and their supporters there. Because he was a big feature for their club too, even though it was, a deeper connection here. But it is nice to have that genuine connection that goes beyond sport. Hey, he played for your Spurs for a minute.
And he won a cup with the second division.
Portsmouth? Question mark? I think Portsmouth.
I
think they won. Yeah. They won. There's the EFL Cup, and then there's the one below that for everybody else.
Not the FA Cup.
Yeah.
The EFL Cup, not the FA Cup.
Yeah. So there's FA Cup, there's EFL Cup, and then there's an EFL trophy or something like that. And that's what
he got a cup in the division he was playing in.
Yeah,
he came back, and we loved him.
And I think he was originally on loan from Tottenham to Atlanta, and then he went back to Tottenham, and then they sent him to Portsmouth. I think that's
correct. Correct. And then he had his brief time here, and then
Charlotte.
No, he had 2 stints here because he was an OG 17s player.
Yeah, 17.
And then he went back to Portsmouth with the loan, and then he came back here, and we re-signed him, and then we didn't protect. Nice. Anyway, I am forever and ever going to lobby to call the Charlotte Derby the Anton Walks Memorial I Hate 85 Derby.
There you go.
I Hate 85 is awesome.
It's very wordy, but appropriate. All right. Next one, Andrew Wheeler Amanu. Everybody remember him?
Yeah, he came and gave some ice cream at the Gulch
Super
one time.
Draft selection.
He came in.
He only played
this year, maybe.
He only played 4 matches and 10 for the twos. And after 2018, he was at Phoenix Rising for a minute in FC Tucson. And then he spent 2 years at Sacramento Republic, was last at Forward Madison FC, who I actually really like. I really like Forward Madison.
Can we have a moment for the fabulousness that is the Forward Madison merch team?
Yeah, up the
They put out some of the best merch. My goodness, such creative designs. There's like fun flying cows and like beautiful color, great prize stuff with the flamingos and like they put out some seriously dope stuff. Check them out. Yeah. Spend some cash. They're a good eye. They're
since moved on to the business side of the sport. He's still really involved with the Players Association for the USL, and he does consulting work with Visa remotely, according to his LinkedIn.
Good for him.
Yeah. Players got to move on. Hey, you can only be a professional athlete for so long, and then they got to go out and get jobs unless you're one of those mega athletes that's just made it and you can do whatever you want. And most athletes are not that.
No.
We forget
They're working human beings just like the rest of us.
Romario Williams. Big guy, 23 matches with the first team, 3 goals. He had 7 goals with the twos over 12 matches, and since then he's been a bit of a journeyman.
He got that 1 goal and ripped his shirt off at the Benz, and there's a really great photo.
That was good
of that.
He was with the Crew for a few months in 19, then to Miami, then to Al Ittihad, Alexandria, and then to Al Qadsiya, not Al Qadsiya. Now I'm mispronouncing it. Then New Mexico United, then Colorado Springs Switchbacks, who are actually a lot of fun if you want to follow a USL team. Hartford Athletic, and then to Indy 11. Still under contract there. And special note, shout out to him. His hometown is Portmore in Jamaica, which was...
He played some games with the national team, I believe.
I was going to ask if he was still featuring for the national squad.
I'm not sure, but...
I don't know recently, but he did have some call-ups.
His area was wiped out. And they're still recovering. And also, hey, big shout out to Dr. Cohen at Mason Mill for the fundraiser that he took on himself for raising funds for his country and his people there. And I donated to that, and it's a good thing that practice is doing. Do what you can in a small way.
Yeah, my son's therapist is Jamaican, and his entire family, save his wife, his immediate family, is all still in Kingston. And they were able to not have too much trouble, but it was pretty intense there for a while.
If y'all are considering a tropical vacation in the next year or so, please do yourself a favor. Consider the lovely island of Jamaica. They really need the business. There's just so many people that are, there's a lot of hotels that are not going to reopen for months and months and months. And what a lot of people don't think about is the impact of the
tourism
it's not the workers at these hotels, and it's not the companies that own the hotels. It's the people down there that are dependent on tourists for their livelihoods, via tipping and things like that. There's a lot of people out of work. So go down there, drop some love on these people that are working hard to take care of their families and pick up the pieces in the meantime, if that's a thing for you.
And if you need some advice, call Jen. Moving on.
There you go. Call her.
That was not a shameless self-plug here, but in any case,
there's nothing wrong with it.
By definition, is not a self-plug.
We plugged you. We plugged that in. All right. JJ Williams, he was here for a cup of coffee. He played 1 match in 2010.
I think I remember signing him.
Yeah, and then he was loaned to Birmingham Legion. Good club, actually. Nice kits that they put out year to year. They do a good job with their merch as well, I have to say.
Don't forget his 1 match. He got sent off like 10 minutes into it.
He did?
Yes, the red card. Only appearance.
I didn't pick that up.
It was the MLS's back tournament, the 1-0 loss to Cincy. Like right after the goal, he gets sent off.
He's been traveling around a little bit. He was transferred to FC Tulsa, then to Phoenix Rising, then down to the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and he's currently at Parky's team, Rhode Island FC. That's pretty cool. And Rhode Island, we know, has been doing really well since their inception. So that's cool that he's over there. Next up, a favorite, and we hated to see him go as well, Caleb Wiley. He's been with a club, Loan Out FC, known as Chelsea. I could say this about my own club. This is what we do. We acquire players and we loan them out.
Yep.
It's been loaned out to Strasbourg, most recently Watford. He's had to battle through some injuries as well at both clubs. He's played a total of 15 matches for Watford. And as you might expect, he's on a ridiculously long contract with Chelsea. Would anybody like to guess the year through which he is signed?
2032.
2031.
I thought it was wait. We transferred him last year's 2034.
Cat?
I stopped listening. No, I'm serious. No, 2032.
2030. So
2030.
You're
Okay.
all pretty close. Transfer Markt has him pretty highly valued at $13 million, by the way. So the world rates.
He's a young talent. Yeah, people really see a lot of potential there.
He's got a lot of potential.
Unfortunately, he's only played 221 minutes so far this season.
He got injured though, if I remember reading correctly. I think he's had a
number of injuries he's had to work through. He just can't stay healthy. But hey, if you're going to be somewhere where you need time to work through and get your injuries and still get your paycheck, Chelsea's the club for you.
Caleb Wiley was when I took Hannah to her first Atlanta United match. It was the 23 season when he was kind of breaking out, kind of as a winger and as a left back. And that was the first player she noticed was Caleb Wiley. So that was her first favorite player.
Miss him. All right. Lawrence White, center back, 7 matches for the team, 29 for the twos. He scored 3 goals. And after 21, he moved on to the Rowdies, then to Nashville, then to Huntsville City, then back to the Rowdies, then back to Huntsville, then to Nashville, then to Phoenix Rising on a free transfer. And now guess where he's back with the Rowdies.
Guy's a USL whore.
Yeah, pretty much. All his defensive stats, for what it's worth, are
USL journeyman.
He's solid.
Through the South.
He's actually a pretty solid center back. He's doing well. Maybe not at this level, but in the USL, he's doing it. And he's just
and I don't think that there's anything wrong or any
totally
shame.
not.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No,
they live in their
great way. It's a great way to make a living, man.
Absolutely.
You can have you can have a life and a family and a home in a city.
I don't know about having a home
and play. Well, I know, and then play soccer and play fucking footy. Like that's a great.
It's more than all. All right, next up, Sal Rizzo.
Oh man, I love Sal Rizzo.
Sal Zizzo.
Sal Zizzo
retired 6 matches in 2018, moved on to San Diego Loyal for a year. He actually announced his retirement after being a 5-stripe, but then came back to be the first ever signing for San Diego Loyal. And then he retired again in 21.
When someone says name a random 2018 player, it's always Sal Zizzo.
Sal Zizzo is so great, though. Did you guys ever listen to his podcast? The guy is actually really funny. No. At one point, he had like a food truck or something. Like he had an Italian restaurant. I don't know, like in like Kansas City, because he was with Sporting for a long time. And one of the cutest pictures I have of my kid is with Sal Zizzo when he's like 6. He has this like sock monkey, and Sal was really nice. So he'll always have a special place in my heart. He was also one of the only players after the Open Cup match that year that came out and signed and said hello to the fans. So
who he was with longer was New York Red Bulls. 72 matches there.
Yeah, and he was with Sporting for a while too.
Yeah, and Chivas.
Yeah. And Chivas. But good fan player. You knew.
Recent player, Luis Abram.
Mm-hmm.
Recently left, bought out in July. We used a buyout on him. He is now with Sporting Cristal in Peru. They're third in the table, so he's doing okay. And he was there from 2014 to 18, so a bit of a homecoming for him.
Is the Z
still on the Peru national team
silent?
Luis?
No, we're going back to the top and with the ones we missed. So we started back at the A's, and now we're going through the. Where have all the 5 stripes gone? Oops, we left them off the list.
Yes, correct. Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Hey, so listen,
there's a big one that got left off the list that there's a big one that I can't recall we discussed.
Yeah, but hang on, we got to finish. We have not talked about Luis Abram. You've just mentioned that he exists. All right. So I just want to say where he's been, but I just want to say that
I did say all that.
That we take for granted. I think we took for granted Luis Abram. I think we were very lucky to have him when we were on rotation center back, FC, and to have somebody. I know that his salary was bigger than a lot of people liked, and I'm not mad about him moving on, but he played quality ball when he was here.
Yep.
And
that's the size of the contract. It's how you use it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow, Cat.
That's funny.
Wow.
I remember one of my first.
He's still getting minutes with Peru. national team.
One of my first articles for the FanTV Patreon, I remember getting a lot of flack in the Discord for being like, I'm kind of just done complaining about him. Like, he did improve over his time here. Like, in 24, he started all the playoff games and was not an issue. And then in 25, yeah, nobody was good in 25, but he was not the issue when he was playing. Like, he was
supposed to be the starter next to Stian before Derek Williams came out of kind of nowhere, and we just like picked him up. And I just think that Abram didn't fit the system of the coaching wheel that he got thrown into. Yeah, and so he ended up number 3. But even with that, he played so many quality minutes for us. And
he's a quality player, and he's quality enough to play for his country. Unfortunately, Peru did not qualify for the World Cup, so he won't be playing.
But I just remember I was kind of annoyed at all the reaction I got when I wrote that, just being like, I'm going to complain about other things now instead of about this. And people were like, no, complain about Luis Abram. And I was like, that's not, did you watch this game? Like, he didn't do anything wrong.
Glenn and I have been doing this a long time. I don't think we've ever had one episode where all we did was complain about Luis Abram. Like, I don't think that ever happened. So it's just bizarre that somebody could beat you up that long over something so benign. Like, it's not, he wasn't like outstanding, but we didn't have
he
time
was never
to just like,
he had
my God, you know, like
he was like, there were some times where he didn't chase enough, or he couldn't catch the guy, or he would make a bad pass. But like he was not committing consistent catastrophic errors. Like, I think was always kind of
no, he's not Ibrahima Kanate. Sorry, if you
anybody's all right. So next,
if anybody's been following Liverpool this year, you know what I'm talking about, and it's a very valid argument.
It's another pod. All right, Paul Christensen. Anybody remember him? Fourth round super draft, 2018 goalkeeper.
I believe you.
Signed mainly with Atlanta United too.
He had like a game or two, right? He was.
Yeah, that's it. He was with Bob Jones University men's soccer team prior to that. So not much there. Chris Goslin featured once for the club in the U.S. Open Cup 2018. He subbed on for Barco in the 85th minute. And that's it. A little bit of time with the USA U17s, and was last with the Slovak side, Superliga side, FK Senica, on July 22nd, 2021. And he may still be there. Couldn't dig up more help on him. So there you go.
Sometimes there's just nothing to find.
Yep. Jose Hernandez.
Why does that name ring a bell?
Because he played
Venezuelan left back, played for Atlanta United from 18 to 19, and then he was signed from Caracas FC. He was a young defender, known for his attacking ability and defensive aggression, and played alongside Joseph like once or twice, but his option was declined in 2019. And then he went to Atletico Venezuela, and he was last with Universidad Central de Venezuela. So.
I remember him.
Yeah,
he kind of a baby face, but he always had a beard. But
it might be a prospect. Something might happen. It never did. And it never really had a chance to. Anyhow, definitely. Lagos Kunga.
I remember
19. One appearance for the main squad on an emergency call-up in 2019. He was actually at the Des Moines Menace for a season in 23, and he's currently with the Murder Owls, Union Omaha. 43 matches, and he's got 11 goals. It's not bad.
Not for him.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. All right, your favorite and mine, still nothing to fuck with, LGP.
Yes.
How did he get skipped?
Ain't nothing to fuck with. How'd you leave him?
I mean, do you put him in the G's? Do you put him
in
the
listen,
T's?
we're over
100
L's.
Where does he fit?
He fits right here. Like, he fits right here in my house, like right next to me.
Yes,
like, I got a chair right here for you, LGP.
Right here.
If you can see where Jennifer and Kat are gesturing, they're gesturing towards their lap.
I think
they got that, Nick.
The radio
for the audio only crowd, just making sure everyone was clear.
I had my one crass comment for the pod, and I was trying to leave it there.
Oh,
so we did my family and I for Halloween in 2019 did a Fellowship of the Ring play on like Fellowship of the Cup, because we came within one freaking game of going back to back in MLS Cups. What could have been. Anyway, my lovely wife humored me and went as Elf GP. And it was excellent.
Oh, it's adorable.
And Amy was Sam Wynn's Gamesies.
Yep. And my son was Playoff Frodo.
It's good.
Sorry, Playoff Frank. You know.
Yeah, it was
Playoff Franco.
And actually, I will say I got to give a shout out to friend of the pod and friend of the mob, Claire. Because Claire did one of our Halloween tailgates. I can't remember if it was 2018 or 2019, where she dressed up as LGP and actually looked like him. I don't know how she pulled it off.
So did she get a spot on your lap too?
Anyway, that's another conversation for another pod.
The answer is yes.
But what I was going to compliment her on was the quality of the thigh that she pulled out, because
wow,
LGP, God, okay. Yeah, Glenn, you got all my boys over there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just kind of random.
All the reasons Jen became a fan of Atlanta United.
And Glenn thought we were going to get through this in 30 minutes.
Well, shoot, I'm trying.
I mean, we're close.
Moving
we are
on.
close.
What's
we are
next?
close. Next up, Chris McCann. He was always
the original Atlanta United Irishman.
Front and center when they revealed the
on
first
St.
kid,
Patrick's
Chris McCann.
Day.
Yep.
That guy was
that's
so
true. With
fun.
Tito was there too.
And Tito and Joseph were on either side of Chris fucking McCann in that promo. It's so funny to look back at that.
Dude, in the parade, the guy
I was just gonna say
had a sign that was like, "Give me beer." Like,
no, that was
Larry.
Him and Jeff were there together.
He was the one beside him.
I was just going to say, I think Chris McCann might have been the only one who challenged Larry for the level of drunkenness at that parade.
It was amazing.
I
loved every second of it.
I wouldn't put it past Chris McCann to have been the brains behind Let's Take MLS Cup to Magic City.
Ha 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 ha.
Did we ever find out who that was?
No.
We never found out.
Just
okay.
You never
stuff
will.
of lore that it went there with everybody.
And leave it that way.
Let
I
it
like
live
that.
in the
Certain
ether.
players who
where it
may or may
belongs.
not have actually been old enough to be there.
Oh, good. I mean,
Amazing.
He played 50 matches for us. After here, he went to DC on a free transfer, then to Oldham Athletic, then to Shamrock Rovers. And apparently, he's currently still playing.
Wow. Isn't he like 50?
No, he's probably like
but he's up there,
36.
He's
37.
playing for a club called 1874 Norwich. It's a football club based in Norwich, Cheshire, England, established in 2012 by supporters of Norwich Victoria. They are currently members of the Midland League Premier Division. Home matches are played at Barton's Townfield Ground. The club is fully owned by its supporters and is run by a democratically elected board. And he's playing there.
Wow. I love that.
That's awesome.
Nothing
Good
about
for
that
him.
sounds bad at all.
No, it sounds like a
Everything
blast,
sounds
to be
amazing.
honest with you.
Chris McCann is 38, by the way.
Yeah, I drew. Yeah. So there you go.
So he's only 10 years younger than me. See, I could.
He's only a dozen years older than me, guys.
I could get called up any minute. All right, Tyrone Mears, 22 matches.
Oh, Tyrone.
Yeah, he was good. 22 matches, had one goal.
Call Tyrone.
Didn't he
His
assist
longest-
Assad for the first goal?
Went to
for
Minnesota
Upton?
United, I think, after us.
Did Mears assist Assad? I don't think so.
He might. It was across
Yes.
from that side.
Look
Yes.
I think it
look
was.
that up, see if that's actually true. That would be cool if that's the case. And yeah, that'd be cool. After here, he went on a free transfer to Mini United, then to West Brom on a free transfer, and then he retired in 2020. His longest stint was Seattle from 2014 to 16, where he played like 70 plus matches. So it's cool. Next, not really a favorite, was one of those that could have been something more, but wasn't, and there was a little bit of
Can
attitude
confirm it
problems.
was Tyrone Mears who was.
Yeah, it was Tyrone
Mears.
Mears.
All right, cool. Then he's,
100%.
then he's kind of cemented in Atlanta United's legacy.
Yes,
Right,
and
in
he's
history.
one of the
That's
guys
cool.
on the programs, guys. If you have
Yes,
the set of the
he
programs
is,
for the
that's right.
first game,
I have
do.
those hanging up on my wall.
Mears is
Yeah.
on one of those.
Cool. Eric Lopez. He was here for almost 4 years. It just never really happened
Did
for him.
He was. He was actually here for 4 years.
Featured the most in 2020, 20 matches.
He was supposed to be like a
because everybody else
U22
was hurt in
player.
2020.
Correct, because it was out of necessity. He's currently at Olympia in Paraguay.
Mhm.
Free transfer. And he's played 47 matches and scored 4 goals.
I have to say, out of all the things that Boca did not do well for this club.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the worst signing Boca ever did.
Really?
The worst signing? I was about to say the Franco Ibarra debacle was definitely worse because that means you couldn't count the number.
But he was a quality player. I think she means a player that she never felt really was the right fit.
What did we pay? $16 million to bring Eric?
He was supposed to be a U22, next up and coming. In fact, he had a deal with Topps. He was supposed to autograph for a couple of Atlanta United sets and never did. And there are a bunch of redemptions, and Topps ultimately had to just mail out like replacement cards for all the Eric Lopez things that he never signed because he got shipped out.
He's the only player we ever took a genuine bath on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
I believe I believe the incoming.
We couldn't make any money. Yeah.
No. I think we had to pay to get rid of him, if I remember correctly. But I believe we brought him in for something around 16. Like it was not an insignificant amount of money.
Yeah.
He was a U20. I think he may have been the first of that U22.
Yeah,
whatever it was when they started creating that. Yeah.
All right, next up, Efrain. I know he's in Montreal. He signed a long contract.
So
he's under contract through 28.
Good for him.
Yep, get your bag, get your minutes, and I hope Montreal gets better. I hope he has a good time there.
There are worse places to be than Montreal.
I think he'll be happy there, and I'm sure it's kind of initially painful to leave the club, but it must be kind of cool to go somewhere that you really wanted. I mean, they signed you through 28. That's got to feel pretty good.
Probably safer there.
And he's playing with Bolivia. He's playing with Bolivia.
True.
On the
also that.
team.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I hope, right? Like I know George Campbell finally got his upward mobility or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My hope for Efrain, because I think Efrain has a tremendous ceiling, and I know the club was very, very high on him during our time here. And I'm still baffled why we moved both him and Cobb, knowing that we have gaping holes at center back right now. Baffles me, but that's a whole.
There had to be some kind of combination of behind the scenes math plus somebody making the decision that I guess they didn't see them as our next guys, which
Morales
would love to have been a fly on the wall.
My point being is that I hope Montreal allows him to grow and flourish and doesn't allow him to wither as long as they did to George Campbell, because I think George Campbell was probably ready to move 2 seasons ago.
So what happened with this? We were talking about this in the chat a second ago. So when Chris Henderson became the TD and he like sat down with everybody, he sat down with all the players or whatever, and Morales was like, "Yeah, man, if I'm not going to play, I want to go, but I need you to wait till the summer so that I can finish my semester at Georgia Tech." And so that's why the timing worked out and why he was shipped to Montreal so early in the window. And we'll never know if his last match, like if he was actually hurt or if they pulled him out because the deal went through. But I mean, Rodney said he was hurt, and
that's strange.
Rodney at that point didn't have a reason to lie to us. I mean, 3 months later,
didn't say he was hurt. He said
he had a
that
knock or
he
something.
couldn't go,
couldn't continue.
Run.
Is that the words?
Couldn't run.
No, it was it was a weird sequence of what he said. So I just remember the time I was like,
weirdest thing.
Oh, so it was weirder than I remembering. Okay, then yeah, I stand corrected.
Yeah, it was odd. It never was definitive. It was strange. But
it felt like whatever happened, our coach had just found out, is what I thought. And I remember at the time being dumbfounded and thinking, did they really not tell him? Is he truly like sputtering? Because I'd never heard him really sputter outside of that moment.
Yeah, true. I mean, different
for all of what Dyla did, he never really was like at a loss for words, except kind of right then.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
What's up?
Derek Williams.
You know what? Good
servant of the
Williams.
Club. I wish I could say it's going better for him. It's not.
Oh.
He's been at Reading in League One in England, and he's played 11 matches. Decent rating. 7.12 is what the aggregate is from FotMob and SofaScore, but they're 17th in the table, so it's a proper relegation scrap. He left one struggling club to go to another, and that's tough because I always thought he was a pretty stand-up guy. I know maybe form wasn't great, but you could say that about virtually
He's one of the players in our history.
But he overplayed what we brought him in for.
That's also true. Yeah, it's also true.
And what I was saying was when he when he spoke to the media, I always listened. He's one of the few players, like just going back the last 5 years, I couldn't think of someone besides maybe Dax and Guzan was always.
Oh, for sure, Dax.
Ronald Hernandez. I'll always listen to
Hernandez is a good one too. So, but yeah, Williams was always one of the ones where I'm like, okay, if he's speaking, I'm going to listen. Not like that with everybody, but anyways.
Daniel Rios.
Danny Rios. We've thrown the alphabet completely out the window, folks.
He made it to a final, which is more than he was going to do here. He's done all right at Vancouver. Similar stats to what he had here: 33 matches, 4 goals. So he's not lighting it up, but
very, very serviceable in the role that we asked him to play. And I still believe that had we not lost both TRA and him, we probably beat Oh Fuck You Orlando last year.
I thought Danny Rios was great for what he was brought in to be. And he was successful, right, with his next club. Didn't he win something?
Vancouver won
After
Canadian
leaving
Championship
here?
this year and went to the CCL final and the MLS Cup final. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He got to a final, which was
right.
What he was going to do.
So
and remember, Brian White missed a
us.
lot of games. Like, he played a lot of games and scored a lot of goals. He was also second on 2024 Atlanta United in total goal contributions.
Yeah,
behind Saba.
Yep.
Crazy.
He's technically on loan to Vancouver from Chivas, and that agreement expires at the end of the year. And I haven't seen anything. They have an option to buy. I don't know if they'll execute that. Choose to. I kind of hope they do. And he's like you said, serviceable. He's
a quality backup striker.
Yeah, we've had worse. That's for damn sure.
He's no Kubo with Torres, but
Oh, come on, lay off Kubo.
He's no JJ Williams, guys.
All right, we're down to the last couple. Quentin Westberg, all around good dude,
keeper.
Retired, and he's moved into coaching like a lot of the retired players have with U14 again with the youth, right? Focusing on guiding, listening, and building foundational skills is what his resume is saying. So that's cool. Good for him. I'm sure he'll be a great coach. And potentially last up, I'll ask to gut check me on one other player. I can't remember if we covered him or not, which would be a shame if we hadn't. But next up, Dax. Got to be Des Moines Menace legend, top-notch broadcaster. That guy, man, he slotted in like he's been doing broadcasting his entire life. And as far as I know, prior to him getting on MLS 360, I don't think he had. He might have done some podcast work and stuff. But he didn't even so much
journeyman for a while. But
I love when the 3 Red Bulls, and I hate myself for saying that sentence out loud. I love when he and Bradley Wright Phillips and Sasa Kleshin would, but I think Dax has been amazing. I totally agree with everything you said.
Yeah, good.
And he was a really, really quality guy for us for the one season that he was here. He really made an impression, like sort of like Dom Dwyer, but I think even bigger with the club in a year when we really needed like a little something. It was
he endeared himself. He endeared himself to the club quickly, given the amount of time that he was
I got 2 things to say about Dax. Number one, I feel like it really took with us. It took him until August after all the crazy shenanigans and stuff, but for him to really kind of turn it on from a leadership standpoint when clearly there were all kinds of I don't know what the heck was going on in that locker room with the whole Gigi debacle and whatnot. I don't know that, Dax was supposed to be like veteran leader, veteran presence, whatever. I don't know that he necessarily got it together until we started heating up and rounding into like desperation, Rob Valentino FEA form. So
that's because I think that's how Dax just is, right? Like he wasn't brought in to have that leadership role, so he came in, he hung back.
He was absolutely brought in
for behind the scenes leadership, but not an active on the field presence, which is what he became.
Could have been interesting if we had him for a second year and let him blossom into that leadership role, but
maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I agree with you wholly that it took him till August to settle in, and then
I wish we had him when he was a little younger.
Agreed.
That's it. Like it just would have been great.
Yeah.
Like they should have brought him in 2020 to replace Jeff Larentowicz, because we have literally never won a playoff series without.
That would have been a perfect like for like. You would have capped him right away. It would have been brilliant.
Yeah.
You had a second thing, I think, Jen.
I do. I have a second thing, and it speaks volumes to how much of a dumpster fire that we were this year, and how much about said dumpster fire Dax knew was going on here, because Dax was the only pundit at the beginning of the season to basically say, yeah, Atlanta United's got some weird shit going on, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. He said it. It was on record saying it.
Remember when he got caught on a hot mic saying Ronnie's got to go in like August of this year? That was fun.
If anybody would know what's going on,
he would. Dax. I mean, he'd still know all the guys.
I remember reading that, like, in the season predictions and whatnot, and seeing Dax having us outside of the playoffs and being like, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, because, you know, again, who was going to know better? Like, whatever, because, you know, unless, you know, we got lucky last year in much the same way that we got lucky in 2018 with a magical chemistry moment that we rode this crest of whatever, that it covered up a lot of systemic issue.
Yeah.
All right. So,
anywho. But other than that, I mean, like I said, in terms of like genuine, all around awesome human,
definitely,
you know, like just and like you know, again, the Dax and Goose content that Amy's mentioning in our little chat here, like all of it, give me all of it. That's gonna be hopefully.
I really enjoy his nature walks. If you haven't watched those, Dax during the season will do these like 1-2 minute videos of him just, I assume, in his backyard or a trail nearby, where he just kind of recaps the week in a minute or two, and he just goes on a walk, and I kind of really enjoy those. I don't know.
Those are cute.
Fun. I like what he does. I like his style.
And I'll say I met his wife Jen at the Open Cup match at KSU. It was the one they won last year, not the one they lost. The one they won with Gonzo before Gonzo got fired. And she was just so kind, like talking about their move from Nashville and how that he was basically going to retire, and then Gonzo called him and said, "We want you to come here." And so he was thinking about retiring after 23. And we also were hanging out with his cousins in the supporter section once, like my group that sits at the bottom of 102, like right behind where Jennifer sits. And we realized it was probably someone related to him because the jersey had the little C on it. And they only do that for the players. The team store won't do that for you. And we realized it was them. And they were like, "Oh, yeah, we're Dax's cousins. He just got his tickets to the game. And we were supposed to be over there, but this looked more fun. So we came over here." And they were so cool and so chill. They were really fun.
His brother is a hoot. I'm just going to put that out there. His brother is an absolute hoot. And Amy, you remember this. His brother was a lot schlizzy with us, doing shots with us in the tailgate lot. It was pretty awesome.
Look, Dax had a lot of his people there at those matches, deservedly so. His family's in Orlando. The kids, you know, the universe sort of aligned for something to happen. It didn't quite 100% work out, but I remember he had a bunch of people that came down for that game, or that he was around.
Like 50 or 60 people, he said, on Major League.
Yeah, it was a lot of people, I think. And and yeah, you know what? That's good for him. He deserved it.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, no complaints about Dax McCarty.
No.
What do we got, Glenn? Is there poor somebody that has to come after Dax?
I think it might be it. Gut check me.
I have one.
Is it Miram?
Yes, I've got it pulled up right here.
Thank you.
Justin Miram.
That's exactly who I was going to.
You want to talk about another
player
that was here for a very short time, but endeared himself and seemed to be playing for the badge.
He scored a brace to win it one night.
Oh, he did
against the Impact. And
do you remember when he did the celebration?
Yeah. And we just simply didn't pick up his option.
I don't know why.
We just let him go.
And then he went to
RSL and did well.
And he went to Charlotte first, and then he
went to RSL, then Charlotte, actually. And now he's linked to the Menace. So it's like everybody's going to Des Moines.
You know what I'm looking
hell is in Des Moines?
You know what I'm really looking forward to this coming season, on top of us hopefully just being better? Dax and Goose on the Menace. Man, like, I'm telling you, it's must-see TV if Dax and Goose are playing in 20-degree weather, just like on a terrible pitch, balls bouncing everywhere. Goose, oh man.
Literally frozen grass.
Oh my God.
Like playing
the content.
in Siberia.
Maybe was just talking about you want Goose Dax content. It's right there. That's it. That's the content.
Yeah. He seemed like genuinely good people, and it's just not fair, man.
Yeah.
It's like why? We just let him go. We didn't get anything for him. We didn't send him away. We just said
one of those
nah.
curious. I don't know, man.
It's just like mistakes that we've made, and it's like, come on, man. Fuck.
I don't know.
I was just one. I was genuinely disappointed.
Gotta remember when Frank was like, "Hey, we need a wing back," and he was like, "Hey, I'll do it."
Yeah,
that was nice of him. I remember that.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, he immediately connected with the fans. He seemed to, really enjoy his time.
We picked him up for nothing.
So we picked him up on waivers, I believe, or something like that from
100,000.
I believe he was on the side of the road. He was just like, hi,
just Orlando. 100,000. If I remember, talked such incredible trash about this man. Like literally threw things on the pitch at him because those are the kind of lovely people that support.
In Orlando.
And
man, the shit he gave them, I loved it.
If I remember correctly, when we won the U.S. Open Cup, Miriam was on that squad, and he had some pretty awesome, lovely, "oh fuck you, Orlando" things to say about that, with plug-in trophies in his ears, or I can't hear you. "Oh fuck you, Orlando," because I got
live in your head rent-free comment.
Yup, exactly. It was great.
Okay. I think that might be it. Listen, y'all, if we have missed someone, let us know. Drop it in the chat, in the comments.
Your cat just tried to kill you, Nick.
Maybe your cat needs to try out
there, and then he's like, "How do I get down?" And I'm like, "Dude, you got yourself up there, figure it out."
That sounds like a cat. Present company excluded, of course. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. But if we did leave someone out, let us know, and we'll correct that.
Let us know. We'll all five figure out a way to be back here.
Yeah, in all honesty, this is probably going to be our last pod for the year. We are coming up on Christmas here. Unless we get some really big news about some significant signings.
Wait. Nick is correct.
What?
We did not do...
Hey, I called it out.
Right? It's Lily's favorite player, wasn't it?
What? Did we not do Breck Shea?
Dane, Breck, and Shea.
Who was the other half of that iconic goal? Justin Miram scores against Orlando, who had given him so much shit. He puts his hands up to his ears, says the crowd, "I can't hear you."
Pickleball Breck Shea.
Fantastic goal. And both of them signed a photo of that for me and wrote under it "OFYO." And it's the best photo in my collection.
Nice.
That's amazing.
There you go. And it's entirely possible. Like, there've been a lot of people that have played for this club in 10 years. It's possible that we may miss one or two others, but the ones that seem to be somewhat notorious, like Breck fucking Shea, we can't not mention him. Every single time we do this, it has to be
like we make fun, but he was not that bad while he was here.
No, I mean, if we really look at the mistakes, that's what I'm saying. If we look at the mistakes in players that we've made over the years, there's sort of like a scale, like a ranking, if you will, of like some of the worst mistakes we've made. 10 being the worst and 1 being the best. He's kind of like a 4 or 5. He's not. He's not. What was the German? We said German Dom. He wasn't Dom. He wasn't a Jurgen Dom. Like, come on, it really could have been way worse.
Useless, and it's not his fault. He did his ACL when he played here. He was not playing bad. He did his freaking ACL. What are you going to do with that? Like, I mean,
he was a guy that had a lot of potential. He had a long career. He went in Dallas. There were a lot of high hopes for his men's national team career. He played a lot of games with Orlando. Then he kind of became a journeyman. Vancouver. I think he left here and went to Miami. In fact, when they first got their team,
he did go to Miami.
And then I think he played with their twos, and then I don't know that he did anything after that. He was at the Premier League for like a couple of years at the beginning of his career. He went from Dallas to Stoke, and it just didn't. He went to Barnsley, Birmingham. Like, the guy, like I said, he never lived up quite to like the full potential, but he was a good, solid player. Had a long career, and he was super fun. Great hair. I think he did art. He was very interesting.
He's currently, according to Instagram, quick research facts here. He is currently associated with some sort of training thing, soccer innovations, and also kombucha cocktails.
Good
for him.
Love it. No,
yeah.
Sounds great.
So that's award-winning, athlete-backed, better for you, and of course he's wearing a Miami kit because Messi. And his mullet is flying in all of his in all of its glory in his all-white Miami kit, and you can very clearly see his bra in this picture because of course it's Miami, so he's so wet.
Amazing.
But yeah, anywho, no, look, I mean, I know. You know, the running, we actually, you know, if you follow Atlanta United stuff on the socials and things like that, there's literally running memes about, well, if Breck Shea was here, none of this bad shit would have ever happened.
We all trace it back to the lack of Breck Shea.
Exactly.
So if it took us 3 parts, we still almost missed some folks, but let us know if we did legit miss anybody. Would love to know.
If we missed your favorite random player out of nowhere, we definitely want to do the research for you.
Yeah, and again, these are players who are no longer here, not the ones that are like in a Johnny Fortune, who we assume will please just sign him. We need him. Like extend that out if he's healthy. Looking forward to him coming back almost more than anybody else. You know, as far as a derailment for this season goes, I think it starts
probably player of the season.
100%. And hey, if we got something wrong, like let us know, or if you have an update we didn't have, be cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you're running into Michael, if you're running into Michael Parker stalking him at Seed or something like that, like we used to do, let us know. We want to know where.
Wow.
Yeah. What?
No, that's a story I need to hear.
No, another time.
We'll save that for another pod. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate it for these 3 episodes and for the whole season. We'll be back if there is big news to report in the way of signings. Otherwise, we're going to catch you guys in 26. So have a good holiday, have a good new year, and we will see you in a few weeks.
Be kind to your neighbors.
And to yourself.